Retro, how are you? Make sure that I'm audible here. Yeah, there we are. Should be able to hear. I am still trying to get over this sickness that's going around that just hangs on for weeks and weeks. It flared back up during the week, but I'm feeling better today, so hopefully it sticks. Yeah. So, you understand. Let me adjust the volume on the emulator here. I really just need game audio, but I haven't put any compression or ducking on the audio for this yet. It seriously is. Do you get the fever and everything every couple of weeks too? Yeah, the cough that never ever goes away. Too slow. Well, I hope you're able to recover a little better than most of us have been. It's just keeps hanging around, and it'll go away for a week or two and then come right back. Not too slow again. All good, all good. This is a really tricky fight, so I sometimes have to concentrate. That one was like 1 or 2 frames too soon. So it's a series of frame-perfect inputs that have other stuff in between them. And you've got like 2 or 3 frames of leeway in order to get the time right. And so it's really tricky, and there's no buffer leading into the frame perfects. You just kind of have to gauge them. Yeah, these keep getting too soon. There is something of an audio cue that you can do when the music starts. There's a certain note. It's the 5th note. If you punch right on the 5th note, you'll get it. But that was the 4th one because it's awfully quick. This is a very, very short fight, so the attempt counter goes up mighty fast. Yeah, that was still I bled like 2 or 3 frames too many. So it's a matter of getting that, and then there's the second phase after the knockdown, and the second phase sucks. Because the second phase, it has a high super that only has a 20% chance of even connecting. It's just an RNG. So even if you execute it perfectly, you still have a 1 in 5 chance of actually getting it to happen. I would say that Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is a harder game than this one. This one just has some... I would say it's got a wider variety of weird strategies that you do, and it's got way more RNG. Ah, too soon. So what I'm doing there is just practicing the muscle memory for the buffering. Because he's supposed to do a dizzy instead of step back and then charge in. But if you're even 2 or 3 frames too late, overall, the dizzy doesn't happen. It's got to be really, really tight. And there's these quick ducks that you do, which are particularly difficult for me. Because it's easy to duck too long like I did there. So the buffer is just wasting exactly the amount of frames that you need to make something happen. And so, well, I'll show you how this works with this one. So the first thing we're going to do is interrupt his little, he does this little thing where he pokes at his stomach, and you've got a short window where you can actually hit him there and it'll stun him a little. And then he'll be more susceptible to damage, but if you just hit him any other time, he just does that quacky thing. So you want to hit that and do 2 quick ducks, and then if you're quick enough with them, you can get that second hit in. And the 2 quick ducks get you to where you land the punch, the second punch on the very last frame. And the benefit to that is it does more damage. And it does enough damage that it will put your super meter up so that you can throw a super 1 cycle earlier, which is what's necessary to get the dizzy. And the quick ducks are hard for me. Because I'm trying to learn to be more accurate with buffering, which is holding down buttons in preparation for the current animation to end. But with quick ducks, you don't want to hold them down. Because if you hold it down, it'll do longer ducks, and so it's really tricky to shift gears to do buffer presses and then to not do them back and forth a few times in the fight. Yeah, that was too late. And so that punch would land on the dizzy if he actually got the dizzy. And then he'd go down for, I think, an 8 count, and then he'd get back up and you just do 1 more high super, and that high super has a 20% chance of actually landing. Fight! Another thing you can tell is after the, I think it's the second high super to his face in those early cycles, it should land the impact of it should be just before the clock switches to 9. If it's as it switches to 9, then you're too late.
Bear hugger! Fight!
And see, like that one, that was pretty good. But it was still a frame or two too late. So you got to be really, really tight and switch between buffering punches and not buffering ducks. Otherwise, they're too long.
Fight!
Oh, too soon. Yeah, there's a few that are frame perfect. Some of them are buffered, so it's easier, like the second, or I guess it's the third punch that is buffered with the quick ducks, but like this is frame perfect. Because that was actually too slow. Because you saw his right hand come up and you could see it clearly, it was there for 2 frames instead of 1. You want it there for 0 frames or for 1 frame. And so hitting that first one perfectly is important. Like that one, the first punch was really good because you just saw the quickest little flash of his hand. And that's what it's supposed to look like, but then you have to execute everything else after that.
Fight! Bear hugger!
Okay.
Fight!
Oh, terrible. See if we actually get it still. Nope, not enough super, and that's what happens if I don't get the buffered quick ducks, is then the third punch, the right hand punch, is not on the last frame.
Fight!
So it gets all screwed up.
Bear hugger! Fight!
We'll do a Gabby J and a couple of those in a minute. I like to throw one of those in here and there for variety.
Fight!
Alright, let's do 1 or 2 Gabbies, because I need to keep the muscle memory alive.
Gabby J!
I feel bad beating up Grandpa.
Fight!
So the TAS is 6 seconds and 260 milliseconds. And so this is a little slower than the TAS, but this is actually a pretty easy strategy once you get the hang of it. And it's all buffered. But yeah, the TAS is 626, and so I tied that a few days ago. And so that one's pretty easy, but we'll do another one.
Gabby J! Yay! Fight!
Oh. So the trickiest part about this fight is actually the first punch, because if you're buffering a high punch, then he's gonna keep his guard up, and so you can't buffer it. So you have to wait until he drops his guard right after the fight starts, and then throw your punch. And so you want to do that on the first frame available, but there's no way to buffer that coming in, so you just have to judge it.
Fight!
And so like the 650 instead of the 626, that's almost always going to be fully due to waiting a couple of extra frames to throw the first punch.
Gabby J. Yay.
All right, one more of these.
Fight.
33's not bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout. Pizza cake.
I think the fastest actual boxing match I've ever seen was like 10 or 15 seconds. It was real fast. It was a completely terrible, useless fight. I can't even remember who was in it, but it was bad. All right. Back to ye old grind.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Oh, too soon.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
I believe this guy is from Canada, and it makes me wonder if he's representative of a lot of people from Canada.
Fight.
Probably not.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
Quack, quack.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Ah, that was a good one too.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
You gotta push up to do high punches. You gotta push it.
Bear hugger.
They won't do it with just thinking about it.
Fight.
Pretty good, just slow. By like 2 frames.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Nope.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
Aw. That's a problem that's been becoming increasingly troublesome is I tend to, by habit, time things with the music. And so I'm timing that one early because it's normally late.
Fight.
That was a really perfect one, too. So I've got to get used to when the music cue is for the earlier time because everything else is moved up if I do it right in the first place.
Fight.
Too slow on the quick ducks. Quack ducks, quick ducks, quack ducks. We should call them quacks.
Fight.
There was only one duck, so that's probably not going to work. Nope, not enough.
Bear hugger. Fight.
First duck was too slow.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
Oh, I punched him in the face on accident. Shame, that was a really good start.
Bear hugger.
I was about to say something always goes wrong, and like, yes, that's obvious, otherwise it would work. You'd get the time. Like my car keys are always in the last place I look for them.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Come on now.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Oh, did it again. I get all excited when I get the timing right on that super, and then I do it wrong.
Fight.
It'll be nice once I get this, because then I can stop staring at this dude. He's not a basket of fruit.
Fight.
Oh, that wasn't right. Although I gotta say, like, almost every character in this game is kind of freakishly weird to look at.
Fight. Bear hugger.
Quack, quack.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Yes, correct.
Bear hugger!
It's like you know all the words to this fight by now.
Fight!
Yeah, that's definitely not how I would have pronounced it. Like, the emphasis on the first half of the word hugger instead of, like, bear hugger, like how I would say it. Weird.
Fight!
My dodges are not very quick.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
Oh, too soon.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
Yeah, it kind of is.
Bear
Gosh, I
hugger!
haven't thought about yoga fire in years.
Fight!
I remember in, like, the upper end of grade school when Street Fighter 2 was really popular.
Bear
People
hugger!
yell that stuff at each other all the time.
Fight!
The most annoying one was Sagat because he just say tiger over and over again. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Just constantly. That dude.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Oh, when did Street Fighter 2 come out? I want to say 1991. I'll have to look.
Fight!
Let's see. Let me look that up real quick. Street Fighter 2 SNES release date. Alright, it looks like it came to the US SNES in 92. So, same year as Mario Kart. That's right, because Super Mario World was 91. Oh, I was not a year old.
Fight!
I have, in fact, been around the block a few times.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
I'd like to at least get one dizzy before I end the practice with this, but maybe I'm not going to get it. We'll see.
Fight!
The audio bugging out is concerning me a little bit, too.
Bear hugger!
Some stutters in there.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
That's alright. That's kind of how it was for me in a lot of ways, is most of the people that I talked to the most were a few years older than me.
Bear
And,
hugger!
that's okay.
Fight!
We call that old souls, where people just kind of fit in with the crowd a little older than they are.
Fight!
Yes. Yes. Wisdom is a rare thing these days.
Bear hugger! Fight!
That's good if you guys can keep a good relationship. Sometimes it's really hard with brothers, so I've seen. I grew up with sisters, with younger sisters, and so I don't really have any first-hand experience of the whole brother dynamic.
Bear hugger!
Closest thing would be cousins.
Fight!
That's good. That's really good. That's far too rare in the world today.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
Oh, come on. Alright, I am going to do a power cycle on this thing. See if that'll make it a little happier.
Bear hugger!
Look at that tiny little frame count. So low now.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger!
too soon.
Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight.
Do you mean how long have I been doing it regularly, as in like days or weeks or months, or how long have I been punching Bear Hugger in the face today?
Bear hugger. Fight.
The first times I did it was a few years ago and didn't really have time to go anywhere with it, and I recently started up doing more of it, maybe a month or two ago. It's mostly hardcore classic World of Warcraft, which is permadeath,
Fight.
and it's much more dangerous. That's the majority of what I do, but I've been throwing in some retro there too because I enjoy it.
Fight. Bear hugger.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Fight.
Can do with this. Oh, he's got me down.
1, 2. Fight.
This is not the fast way to beat him.
1, 2, 3.
It was just general spite. Oh yeah,
1, 2.
he's gonna be in some trouble. Look at all the health I'm recovering.
Fight. Knockout. Got it.
Only 12 times longer than the time I'm going for. So the best time I have is a 13:16. The TAS is 12:96. It is about how you get back up, or at least how you survive coughing fits in the middle of speedrun attempts. Boy, that was a mess.
Fight.
Oh, too slow.
Bear hugger.
Too soon.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Still just a couple of frames too late. Trask, how are you doing?
Bear hugger. Fight.
Yes, as I usually get that urge about once a year. Just gotta go through the whole thing. There's something so right about it.
Fight.
I still have to get Luthi to watch them. But that's gonna be tricky to find a spare 12 hours in which to do so.
Fight.
Oh. If I didn't need audio cues from this to actually do it, I would turn it on in the background.
Fight. Bear hugger.
And you can tell that Little Mac is Italian because when he wins he says pizza cake.
Fight.
Well, Rez, that is a very a varied and controversial topic. It's like which ones are the best and which ones are not. Because I mean, I think they're all good.
Fight.
I find 2 to be maybe the most, like, it's the slowest one for me, but it's such a good payoff.
Fight.
I'd have to say that maybe 4 is on top for me just because of the soundtrack. You want good workout music, just the whole entire soundtrack to that movie. Be really great if I could see the Dizzy once today.
Bear hugger. Fight.
Too soon.
Bear hugger.
Indeed.
Fight.
Oh, way too slow. Yeah, that's a bold move. And it was the right one.
Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger. Fight. Bear hugger.
Trying to adjust so that I'm not overcorrecting that third phase, and I keep screwing it up going too soon. Like that.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Boo.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Nope.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
It is due to this sickness. It has made me a zombified shell of my real self. I am feeling the fatigue begin to set in.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
But his ears by blarfing into the...
Bear hugger!
It's bad. And I'm starting to get fatigued, and so my sense of judgment is garbage now. See, that was way too slow. Look at me. I'm just a wreck.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Can't even duck twice. I'm fading fast, you guys.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Is the Triceratops normally not very dangerous?
Bear hugger! Fight!
Is it like one of the noob dinosaurs that only plebs get taken out by?
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
Okay, so it's just some presence of mind or some awareness, and you just step out of the way of him. So yeah, if you get eaten by him, then
Bear hugger!
maybe that's an indication of impairment.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
It's fun to say, though. It's like, well, how was your day? Well, I got trampled to death by a Triceratops. How was yours?
Bear hugger! Fight!
It's like that In the Sims meme, if you've ever seen that, where you can say some of the most horrific things. It's like, yeah, my family had a new kid, and then the kid was so annoying I just had to drown him in the pool.
Fight!
In The Sims. Oh, okay. Now it's fine. Now I get it. But if you don't follow it up with In The Sims, you're a monster. You gotta be careful about that.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
Yeah, I'm coming up on an hour in for this today, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go anywhere, but I still want to get a few more attempts in.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
I start falling apart when I can tell my sense of timing is going. Yeah, locking people in the basement and stuff. In Sims 2, I had this one setup where I made a character based on Voldemort, and he made this maze that was from the entrance to the property all the way up to the house, and it was long, and people would get like stuck in it and then trapped, and he was a total slob, and so he never cleaned up anything, and it was the only time I've ever seen in the game where there was so much like flies and garbage everywhere that the flies just like made this swarm and carried him away. Like the Green Mile.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
I remember in Sims 1 there was this like workbench that you could get, and you could make garden gnomes,
Bear hugger!
and they appreciated in value stupidly fast, and so you just had one person make gnomes all day, and you'd have all the money. Like, Sims 1 was simple enough that you could actually
Bear hugger!
just like Newtonian physics your way through it, so it got super boring after you like solved it.
Bear hugger!
Oh, so you did a self-insert character. I could never do that in The Sims. I typically do that in a lot of games, but that was one where I just never managed to do that right.
Bear hugger! Fight!
My wife is over there looking at spicy memes and wants me to check something out.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Which Sims game did you start with, Rez?
Bear hugger! Fight!
Okay. So yeah, I mean the first one was just revolutionary. There was nothing like it, and I remember my buddy, he used to stay with me during the summers, like all summer,
Fight!
and work for my dad. And he brought the game with him, and we play the crap out of that thing. We made this rule to where you're allowed to do one full in-game 24-hour cycle for your turn, and then we take turns.
Fight!
But the first time you realize that you can make somebody pass out on the lawn and pee themselves and everything, that's good, hilarious fun in your mid-teens.
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger!
Okay, concentrate time. Let's do it.
Fight!
Nope. Didn't work. Okay, super concentrate this time.
Bear hugger!
If you could see my face, it would be super concentrating. Like orange juice.
Fight!
Nope, didn't work. I've lost my concentration powers. I cannot brain today. I have the dumb.
Fight!
Close. Okay, let me just get through the cycle once. One more decent one.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Ah, didn't expect me to actually do the fight, did you, bear hugger?
Bear hugger! Fight! Bear hugger!
The things people do in The Sims now is really weird. There's a lot of really strange stuff that goes on in there. It's like the dark side of Twitch.
Fight!
Come on. I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of like count or something for that third phase. Third or fourth? How many phases? Let's see. First phase. Oh, that was terrible. Let's count it out proper.
Bear hugger! Fight!
Nuts. I'm gonna forget to count it by the time I actually get a run going. At least getting a run going takes like 10 seconds, so you don't have to wait long.
Fight! Bear hugger!
That's great. Oh, moms.
Fight! Bear hugger! Fight!
It's 2. It's 3. But it is fourth phase. That's not even the right buffer. Alright, we got like 2 more attempts left in this hour, and then we'll see what we'll do next.
Fight!
Well, maybe 3 attempts if they're all that bad.
Bear hugger! Fight!
It's funny the way kids' minds work with things, and like they think they're solving the problem or they got it figured out, and it's totally above what anything they could be aware of. And that's funny. Every kid thinks that they're the first one to figure those things out.
Bear hugger. Fight.
And if I remember right, in Sims 1, like, the animation was just like... It looked like two cats under the covers just running in circles. And so, like, it was, like, nearly completely irrelevant to anything even resembling what it was meant to do. Okay. Win, lose, or draw. This will be the last bear hugger attempt, and then we'll see what else we can do. Aw, bear hugger, why you gotta be like that? Oh, you can't dodge that. You gotta duck that. Knuckle sandwich.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fight!
Ooh, got me.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fight!
Oh yeah, there we go.
Knockout!
Alright, well that's closing up.
Pizza cake!
Pizza cake. Which is just lasagna. Alright, let me close this down and switch over to here. We're loading this up. This is classic hardcore World of Warcraft. And so the what makes this different is it's classic, so it's the game more or less as it was when it first came out. There's a few differences. Some stuff is fixed and whatnot. And since it's hardcore, it's permadeath. Your character dies, he's dead. There's no rezzing, no nothing like that. And so it's pretty challenging. A lot of stuff is very dangerous. So let's see what we've got going on here. Gotta go. Oh, I don't want to do that. What is this? It is a lot of fun, especially like it's super nostalgic. I always wondered if they would be able to find something that could recapture the way that it felt to play it originally, and this comes really, really close. As close as, you know, it's satisfactory to me. Because the game was, like, the outdoor world was a lot more dangerous and, frankly, less friendly to players in the earlier times of the game, and it's quite a bit more approachable now. Almost to a fault, in my opinion, but whatever. So this area is extremely dangerous because, like, this character's level 14, and you're meant to be here from about level 10 to 20. And roaming around here is an elite level 25 that will just kind of show up and wreck you really fast. So you got to be extremely careful looking out for him, because he can see you from a long ways away and he will come after you. It's really scary. I'm looking for the Moonrage Dark Souls and the Moonrage Gluttons. I've got to get a few of each of those. It looks like some are up here. Oh, it looks like he didn't drop the thing I need, but maybe this one will. The elite is called Son of Arugal. I've seen him a few times and escaped barely. And he looks like a darker version of these Moonrage guys that I'm already fighting. So he's easy to overlook or mistake. It's really dangerous and scary, which is good. Boy, they just don't want to drop those things, do they? Yay, there's one. One thing, even if you don't play, that's worth checking out about World of Warcraft is the soundtrack. There's some really amazing stuff in it. Whether it's just for ambiance or for really good moments. I've used a lot of it when running like D&D campaigns and stuff, and it sets the mood amazingly. There are not very many of these things around here. We could venture down here, but that's son of a territory. Don't want to go that way if we don't have to, but it looks like there may be no choice. Okay, he could be anywhere around here. Or he might not be. We'll find out. At least they're dropping the shackles finally. Place is just crawling with them. So one of the most dangerous things that you can do in hardcore is to go into caves. Caves are bad business because usually there's only one way out, and if things respawn behind you, you can get into a lot of trouble. And so this is actually the second time I've leveled up this warlock because he died once. His name is Ron Weasley, and he died in a spider cave, which I find hilariously ironic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've got to be super aware of what's going on, and it helps to know the areas so that you can be aware of what to look for. Like knowing that Son of Aragal patrols this area means that you can look out for him, and knowing that he looks just like these things is a big deal. Exactly. And so Ron Weasley died in a spider cave, but this is Ron Weasley 2.0, and he made it. He's made it past that. Are these better than what I... Another fun thing about warlocks in this game is, in Classic, there is no way to change the name that your demon gets. It's just randomly generated, and it's like per character. So like this is the name of my Voidwalker for as long as this character lives. I don't know who Garth is, but this demon has him. There he is, look. There is Son of Aragal right there. He's super deadly and he's coming toward me. Yeah. He's not chasing me, but he's coming this way. Be careful. I need one more Dark Soul thing. See, knowing where he is almost better than not, because now I know where not to go. Actually, when the game was new in 2004, a coworker had me try it out, and it was a lot of fun. But I had a lot of other things going on in my life at the time. We were moving and all this stuff, so I didn't play for very long. And then another friend, about a year later, wanted me to come play with him, and so started up again and have played off and on ever since. As far as hardcore, once they opened up classic servers, after there was enough of a demand for it, eventually they wanted to do more experimental stuff, and that's where the hardcore thing came from, because people would do challenges like that, like permadeath challenges, just of their own volition for a long time, and then they just made it an official game mode. I need more Dark Souls. Where's a Dark Soul? I'm gonna die looking for Dark Souls, because Son of Aragal is gonna jump me. I don't know where he went. If you ever feel like it, you can try regular retail World of Warcraft for free up to level 20, and that gives you a pretty good idea of what the game is currently like. And then if you're subbed, then you get access to Classic and the normal retail game. And it's one of those things where like it's common for people to have kind of an aversion. It's like I don't want to pay every month for a game. But it really comes down to is there enough value in what you're doing for you to do that? And that's something that you can only decide individually. For me, absolutely yes, because if you're just going to play one game, or at least like invest deeply in one game, this is a really good option because it has a lot of everything. There's a huge variety of gameplay, and the best thing about it, in my opinion, is that you can do all of it with other people, and that's where the real value is being able to do stuff with your friends. This is dangerous because there's two of them. I think this might be the end. Oh, this is so close. Ooh. That was very, very close to death. That was 9% health. You don't do that. Holy crap. Need a minute. If we die, we go again. But, yeah, that's those things. I didn't realize there was that many of them right there. Send me back. Well, if you have any questions or anything about it, Rez, just hit me up. You can DM me here or find me on Discord. I've talked a few times in Junkyard Dave's and Cosmic's Discords, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Now, casting Fear to get rid of one of them is actually kind of a risky thing to do, because they just run off, and who knows what he's going to bring back with him. But we got what we need. Alright, now we're going to use the Hearthstone, which is kind of like a recall to where you've, to an inn where you've made your home is what it's called. And in Classic, it's an hour-long cooldown, so you can't do it super often. In Retail, you can get it down to 15 minutes, but that can save you having to trek all the way back through some dangerous territory.
I'm listening. Our time will come.
But yeah, Silver Pine Forest is a dangerous place. Alright. So I'm going to park the Warlock here in this rested area and hop onto another character real quick. So this is an Alliance character. There are two factions in this game. There's the Horde and the Alliance, and you know, me and my family, we've played the Horde for 20 years, and the Alliance, it's this whole big deal, and there's a pretty even balance among the two factions, among the player base, which is really nice to see. But they're different. In Classic, only Alliance characters can be Paladins, and the Paladin is just by far the easiest class to play. You can be completely brain dead and like baked out of your gourd on like Benadryl or something, and still play a Paladin pretty effectively. And so I rolled this Paladin character, and I did the three easiest things that you can do. Is first of all, the character is female, so everybody gives me free stuff. Second of all, it's Alliance, and so it's easy because there's favoritism toward the Alliance in some things. And third, it's a Paladin, which is just the stupid easiest class you can possibly play. It's a fun class, but it's really easy. And so if I am not thinking straight, then a female Alliance Paladin is absolutely the way to go, because I can make a lot more mistakes and not die. My wife is across the room, sitting at her computer, and where her keyboard would normally go, there are two cats fighting each other. I mean, they're playing, they're having a good time, but that's what they're doing. One of them is this kitten that came to our house not too long ago, and he's super distracting about everything, this kitten. I don't want to go to Westfall. Oh, maybe we should go back and try to kill Hogger. I think maybe that's the answer. Okay, so long story short, one of the things you want to do in hardcore is you want to be a little, like a level or two beyond the content that you're doing, because it makes it a lot easier to survive if things go wrong. And so it's a good idea to do like two different starting areas, one after another. And so that's what I was doing. I was over in the dwarf starting area. This is back in the human starting area. And that gets you a bit of a head start on levels versus the stuff you're doing, which is really good. But now we're going back, and we're going to go and attempt to fight one of the most famousest of all bad guys in World of Warcraft, which is a gnoll named Hogger. And he is very big and scary and notoriously dangerous. He is responsible for more player character deaths than almost any other named individual NPC in the game, especially back in Classic. So I'm going to foolishly go try to kill him by myself. It says he's an 11 plus quest, but I think that a level 13 paladin can probably handle it. We shall see. Well, maybe this is when this paladin dies. Who knows? I've told this story many times, but one of the coolest things about this game that I noticed is, right when I started playing, is it does this little intro to explain like what the race that you chose for your character is like, and some of the, just like a 1 minute long info dump for you to get started. And the camera like flies in from out in the woods or something to where your character is standing, and you see like these characters with names above their heads running around. And you realize those are other people playing the game right now. And then the scope of it becomes real. And it's pretty amazing. This is not Hogger. This is one of his little friends. Paladin is so special that there's hardly any buttons you can push. You just make your auto attacks a little better. Alright, there's some gnome running around here. And what I don't want is for this player to think that I'm looking for help. There's Hogger. I want to try and kill him by myself. I don't want the gnome to interfere. You know, I just spent all this time talking about how great it is you can play the game with other people, and here I am being antisocial. Whatever, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, that's really impossible. You'd have to be like level 15 or so to do that by yourself. Probably a good thing that gnome was around. Now we gotta go turn in the quest, and I think there's actually a pretty good reward for it. It's like a weapon or something. apparently I've got to turn in the quest way back there. And I've got 54 minutes left on my Hearthstone, so it's going to be hoofing it for me. Well, we tried to be brave and heroic and solo hogger, but it turns out that that would have resulted in very certain death. So it's a good thing that gnome was there to save my bacon. Ooh, do you have any good bread? Kira Songshine? Nobody has a name like that.
See you around.
Can you imagine going to the DMV? It's like, what's your name? Frank. What's your last name? Songshine? No, it isn't. What is it really? Songshine? No, it isn't. Smith? Okay.
Well met. For the Alliance.
Okay. Looks like we get some very nice pants for killing Hogger.
Go with honor, friend.
See if they look good. I mean, I can't say that they look a whole lot more protective, but at least they match. So now the fun thing is we get to go to Westfall, which is all the way back over here. So it's a lot of running back and forth for young Alliance Paladins, I guess. I'm gonna sell her all my junk that I don't need. Alright. Yep, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need the old pants. Don't need that. Ooh, 3.7, 4. Yep, don't need that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with light leather. Don't need that either. And we can make more of these.
Safe travels.
Some of the graphics are a bit dated, but there's a charm to them. The art style keeps it fresh for a lot longer, I think. the lighting has been upgraded since how it was back when this was really current, and so that looks a lot better too. Alright, let's see what these folks want.
Good day to you. See you later.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later. Safe travels.
Alright, I think that this stuff will be what I need to do next time, because a lot of it is all right here, but I am running out of time for tonight. So, I'm going to call it for tonight. Let's see if there's anybody around we can go and bother. There we go. There's a tiny raid for a Punch-Out Legend.